Hey folks, hope you're having a fantastic Friday. A lot of you that were here yesterday are probably thinking, wait a minute, Joel said he wasn't going to stream on Friday. Well, it turns out that a snowstorm has blown into my area and could potentially be screwing up my plans tonight. So I thought I would stream in the interim. So this could be a short stream. I might end up wrapping this up shortly. Shorter than most anyway. In case the road conditions change. But as it stands, there's a good 15 centimeters of snow down, and it doesn't look like it's going to warm up. So it's probably going to be not great. That does mean, however, that we get to hang out. So, I mean, there are silver linings. My name is Joel Duggan. This is the Citadel. We're sitting on a balcony here in the medieval area and in the town square that we're currently working on. We finished the blacksmith the other day, and we started the framing on the church. And this is where I want to start today, because I'm really curious about how we can make this work. I'm glad I did a wireframe because I think I have to move it a block. But I think that the thing now is going to be to go inside and work on it. Just for reference, we have a reference image. We're sort of basing it off of this. Not entirely, but that's the basic structure for something. And I don't know what to call it besides a church, because I don't want it to be a quote-unquote church, but a chapel or worship building or something. We'll come up with something else in the meantime. But I need to find a bed before I do anything. Ah! And Ani, yeah, 15 centimeters of snow. Started early this morning and was basically up until about a half an hour ago. So there has been a lot of time for road crews to get out and clear stuff. So that could mean that the road conditions this evening are not going to be good. I want to make sure that I'm in survival. So we did this the other day, and I'm really happy with it. And then I want this kind of like this view as we come around into the square. You'll see the church kind of pops up over the top. So I might not make it that tall. I also might not make it that skinny. We might increase the size of the tower a little bit. Again, we're not going off the image exactly. The other thing that I'm really curious about is potentially making it thinner. It does feel really big, and it doesn't give me a lot of room for another building here. You can see I have a basic foundation in here. So I think I might try. We've been trying to do 3 thick walls, right? But I'm wondering if that might be just adding too much to the thickness of it. And if I knock those walls down by a single block, we could still have single wide or double wide walls, and it would make it a block thinner on either side, which would make the roof shorter. Like it would descale the whole thing. Because right now, if we take a look, fly over here where we can land and see, like that's a big building. And the thing that I like the length of this section, but then I find this lower section is much too long. So I think what I want to do is I want to go inside the church and try to lay it out as best we can inside. Because one of the things that I don't think is going to change is this. I like the distance that this is from the square, and I like the fact that this is 2 slabs up into a full block. So I don't think this particular entrance is going to change location. So that means that we can just have to bump around stuff in here and see what we can make work. But if I'm going to do that, I might as well switch to get some good textures going. And so we need some cracked stone bricks and whatnot. So what do we have in here? Those are stone. Might as well leave these here. And then we're going to need a bed. And we're going to go get our other stone blocks too. Yeah, you can do dynamic maps and stuff for servers, but we haven't gone that far. The server wasn't really active enough to warrant it in the past. Bring these, bring those. I'll bring these too. Don't think there's anything in there I need. I haven't thought about any decoration at all. The stone Shulker Island is going to be real. You got it. What is that? That is stone. So we'll do cobblestone. Andesite. Actually, move this along. That's cut stone. Stone slabs. Stone. Cut stone. I haven't renamed my blackstone box. Okay, so we're going to grab a lot of cracked, and we're going to get some bricks as well. I have. Nope. Should have brought my stone cutter. That was weird. I didn't hear the little boop. We're picking it up. And welcome on in, folks. I know that there's obviously always new people here. If you're recognizing my voice, then that's because I am one half of the Spawn Chunks podcast. New episode of that came out on Monday. Alright, so really what's going to happen in here is mostly going to be cracked bricks, I think. Maybe we'll just randomly start putting in mostly cracked. We'll tweak this later, obviously. Pretty good, pretty good. Goes there. Gives us a nice platform to stand on. That was weird. That there. Alright, so that we're not sure about the windows. That's where I wanted to kind of fix things up a bit. So let's maybe break this up a little bit here. Cool. So that gives us at least a solid idea of the floor. Do you like the new features in the new snapshots? Yeah, they're all really cool. They've got a better deep slate texture now. I think the only thing I'm not really excited about is copper. I mean, the oxidized copper looks cool, but the plain copper texture, the fact that it's another block that has like a border around it, you know, kind of like, have any? Yeah, like sort of like how, actually here's a good example here. Like these. Like, I wish that copper didn't have that border. Or if it did, and you connected them, that they wouldn't tile like that. Because it would be so cool to be able to do like copper sheets or copper pipes or copper anything. I might end up making a connected texture for it because I don't think I'm going to be using it that often. I also find it very, I guess it's true to the color. I find it very bright. Hey, Shepard. Good to see you. If you folks want to share the stream around, there's a tweet on twitter.com/JoelDuggan. You can help spread the word about the Boat the stream. Okay, so I like this sticking out part, I think, and I don't think this really matters. This is where we can make this like a single thick wall, right? Because that's the outside. So we can still get some detail out here if we need to. But I wanted to line up these pillars, and I feel like do this. Let's just use basalt for fun. I don't think I'm going to keep it basalt. It might end up being something else. Let's use polished basalt and see. Shakespeare Girl, thanks very much for the host. Appreciate that. These are just going to differentiate themselves. Well, I can't speak today. From the base, just to kind of see where the pillars are. Yeah, I don't mind that the pillar's that much closer, right? Yeah, but then I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all of these pillars are going to be this much closer. Hey, Pridson, how are you? Weren't you just here the other day? I thought you were just here the other day. So the way that I wanted to do these side windows and stuff is that I want the windows to not line up with the pillars. I want them to be in between. That's going to move these here. I'll just put this in for now. So window there, and then window here. We also need to put up some torches in here. Because the last thing I want is to come back in here and have a creeper blow up all the planning. Let's put something here too. Busy with finals last 3 weeks. Well, I hope they went well. Yeah, I wish connected textures were in vanilla too. Okay, so that moves that down to there. I'm going to do this side, but not change the other side. See if we like it. So there are 3 windows. We may only make it 2 windows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so gotta change again to need some more basalt. Oh, I tried. So the reason why I wanted to have these pillars 5 apart is because I just like the feeling of it in here. I like the fact that you can see the spacing between them from the door. Like if they were closer together, you wouldn't see these little air gaps here. So I like that feeling, like the grandeur of it. That would put this stopping there. And then outside, the way that I had this on the other side was that right after that, it pops out by 1. So we'll do the same thing over here, meaning, of course, the whole thing is going to be pushed forward. So here is where that comes out. So you can see where this would then become there, right? And honestly, it would probably overlap. would be my guess. Let me look at the reference again. Where did that go? Thought I had a better angle. Maybe I don't. Yeah, I can't tell if that overlaps. We can just kind of mess with it when we get to it. So that's one possibility. That would mean inside I have it coming in there, but it would not make sense. So here's where it would go out. I don't know what this is here for. Well, that's the thickness of the wall. Why is this wider? Oh, because I didn't do the inside of the wall. Right, okay, so the inside of the wall is going to be here. If we keep them 3 thick. Which I don't think I want to do. That feels really close. So that's why I'm thinking that if we reduce them to 2 thick, how does that look from the front? See, it takes it down by just a tad, but I feel like that's a better... I feel like that's a better thing. I just feel like this is such a tall building. And I know that the reference would still be pretty tall. Like, it's easily twice as tall in the... Twice as tall in this section as it is this section, but I feel like this is only 3 or 4 blocks, but this is much taller. Hey, Hydrix, how's it going? I agree. I think the new mountains look very good in Bedrock. I didn't play it because I don't play Bedrock very much, but I did watch like a number of videos, including Pixar's, obviously. Yeah, I think we'll have to do we'll raise up the windows somehow. They're not going to be that low. They look good outside, but then they look kind of funny inside. So we'll mess around with some stairs and things. But I feel like having 2 deep walls should be enough, because this feels like a really big distance. Right? So I think we'll do the 2 deep walls, which means that this would be the inside wall. That. Don't think we would do this. I think if anything, this is probably going to be about here. Yeah, I feel like that's a better distance along here. Maintains this distance here of like the 2 and then 5 and then 5 and then 2. So they're nice and evenly spaced. So I think we'll just make the decision to narrow up the church. Ani says, I think the roof doesn't really fit the tallness of the building. It kind of looks like one of the first attempts to make a good house in Minecraft. Yeah, so the thing about Minecraft houses is that the roofs are always bigger than you expect. Like, I mean, this roof here is also very big for what's in here too. But, you know, like you have to kind of make those concessions. I just feel like the building is too big for this square. Like, what I'm not liking about it... Oh, I knew that was going to happen. It's just like, this is the town square, and the building is like 3 times the size. So I'm going to try and at least push it down a little bit. So again, we'll take this out here. And rather than building this twice, I mean, here's where we can probably start to try to figure out what materials we want to use for this. And I'll bring up the build reference again just to make sure. I mean, I want it to be stone. I really liked what we had done over here at the keep. And this is a fairly important building. And I like these little stone accents at the entrance, the smooth stone. And then, of course, a lot of brick with, like, brick and stone. I think, though, I want to make the church building look a little bit older. And over here, we did a lot of these smooth stone things with some walls. And the walls are things I think we can mess with. Along with these stair bits maybe in the front part. I do like that. But that might be a little bit too shiny for the church. So I want the church to have, like, a decent, like, obvious foundation. So we're probably going to go with, like, cobblestone, like what we've done around here. I only have 3 stacks of cobblestone on me. That's nuts. But, like I said, I do like those smooth stone bits. And I think they're nicer, or they at least fit better than the polished andesite. I feel like polished andesite is going to be too shiny. We'll try it. Then again, it might be the right color. I don't know, actually. That's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Never have enough cobblestone because I always use silk touch? Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm actually thinking that this looks better. Because then we can come in here with maybe stone bricks. And I don't know what else could go in here. Maybe walls? That does look funny there. Hydrix, one of the best things you can do with the channel points when the time comes. We have the boost this stream challenge that happens from time to time on the channel. And that is always an absolute epic use of those points. I don't have any other rewards for them other than highlighting a message or choosing to unlock an emote because I just don't see the point. So not terrible. I think we're going to go with the polished andesite or the accent block. I guess we'll go with some stone and stuff in here. You put in something like that here. Maybe, do I have any extra andesite? Don't. It feels like it's too shiny. It almost looks like it's outside. I'll grab a couple of regular stone slabs. Might be able to fit in like a cobblestone one somewhere. Probably here, actually. Those are stairs. Wonder if these would look good as polished andesite. Nope. Maybe full blocks? Oh. I think I like that better. Maybe we can do a cracked one here. Sometimes I forget that you can achieve a lot by just using full blocks rather than stairs. Although that does cover up. Yeah, maybe that's not the best. Oh, I wonder if pressure plates would look good there. Nope. There is no polished andesite wall. It's only just regular. I wish we had the polished walls. That would be a nice addition. Maybe the stairs are better. I do this all the time. I second guess myself like 6 times to Sunday. Yeah. Wish I had cracked stairs, but we don't. Lost decoy found. Hello. Good to see you as always. Okay, so let's do something in here with these windows. And I guess we need to also adjust the roof. I'm happy with the width change. I think that's a smaller footprint, which I like. So that does mean I'm going to double check to make sure that these front walls are only 2 deep. Correct? Okay, so that's the right wall length there. So we should really get some dark oak going. And then make the adjustment on the roof. All right, let's go get the dark oak stuff. Perfectionist. I don't know what you're talking about. Never happened. We'll bring this one. Oop. I think for this medieval area, I'm going to eventually just have a different shulker box for each wood type. Just straight up have all of them in one section. Should do us for now. Scaffolding time. Whoops. I'm going to leave the ridge in here just in case. And we'll go back down. Make sure we have the right position. I want these back. So, with the walls being in farther, we'll just start this here. And I guess these won't be there either. Oh no, maybe they will. I don't know. I don't think this is going to change too much. Thinking of building a couple of simple resource farms over here to stop needing going back to the meadows, like sugarcane, etc. Yeah, so we've got this big space right over there underneath the keep. It's a great big old empty thing. I could easily set up some spare sugarcane for rockets. We don't have a creeper farm up this way. I don't think that's the biggest issue. It's mostly the paper. And I'm also getting tired of going down for golden carrots. Like, I could have just a manual carrot farm. The amount of times that I would be able to go over and just collect carrots would be. I don't need a villager powered thing. Like, we could just do it the right way. I might have ripped this out prematurely. Doesn't look like I've had to change much, which is weird. This is the lowest. No, that's wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I want to lower this by a block. Yeah. Which is why I think that the windows are going to need to be some sort of... I have to change the windows because they do not look the most attractive. We may have to have like areas where the windows are slabs out here, which could look interesting unto itself, right? Yeah, since I'm here a lot and not in the meadows, and yet I'm going back and taking the meadows supplies, I feel like it might be better to have some stuff. I mean, if I really need carrots, there's a whole carrot farm that I planted. You know, I mean, it's decorative. I don't want to necessarily destroy that, but like, it doesn't take that long for resources to build up, right? Wouldn't... Oh, come on. Let's just put this in here. I'm feeling a little bit of the flip-flop back and forth between Minecraft and Satisfactory, and gravity in Minecraft is way more strict. It's very floaty in Satisfactory. So... Alright, let's just get the other way here. Yeah, okay, so we are taking a full block off of the whole thing. new ridge would be here. Yeah, that's just a little bit shorter. Should do the next line of the roof here. No, man, it takes a long time to take things down in Minecraft. I was really impressed. I uploaded my Satisfactory save into the Satisfactory calculator website, and that website's really cool. They give you like you can load in your save and they can show you where all your machines and your power lines are. And I did it just because I wanted to see like where I was on the map and if I was lining things up correctly, and I totally did. So I was really impressed that I actually had the right measurements for what I was doing. And yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back in there. We'll probably do that later this weekend. I might even do it today. If my plans tonight get canceled, then like there's no point in keeping this stream short, right? I can just wing it. We can play it by ear. Unfortunately, we may have to be responsible adults. Oops. So one of the things I wanted to do was break this roof up, much like we did that one way over there with like stone and stuff. And I think I'm gonna go with cobblestone for now, and we'll figure out something else later on. The andesite's maybe a little bit too shiny, but where do I want to do that? I would think that the place it would make sense would be above these windows or between them. So 1, 2 on the third, 1 on the, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Middle would be 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Plus there's going to be the overhang. That's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. Maybe we just go in 1, 2 on the third one there, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. That might look okay. Go on the fourth one. And above this window. That might work. Put these down. See what this looks like from the ground quickly. Yeah, I mean it could be one forward, I guess. We've got the other side of the roof to try it out on. Hey, Radio 5. Thanks. I like to think that we're a pretty chill spot. Let's do this way. I mean, the channel is mostly about just hanging out, building stuff, being creative. I want to return. I was trying to increase the viewership, but I feel like unfortunately I'm gonna need to I want to do more art on stream, and I need to get back into that. I've got emote contracts that I need to do. I think this is right. Oh, I should be doing this backwards. Oops. I always find this look a little bit chunky, but you kind of have to do it. Quite done elsewhere. Go with the double slab. This will get lowered. Well, I still feel like this might be too long. Oops, totally missed the spot. Emotes for a certain moderator of mine. Yes, indeed. That's what I was referring to. Is that right? One, two, three. Stare on the fourth. 1, 2, 3. Stare on the fourth. Yeah. So that means that we can't really do this fancy thing. At least not that high. Which is kind of annoying. But can't think of anything else. We could maybe get something in there. I'm just thinking like something practical, like lights. That's okay though. So I don't remember exactly how big the other one was, but that just feels just a little bit better, doesn't it? I screwed up on the middle though. I think we're going to want like an upside down stair there. And we could also try to do something cool like the front of it. Those are cool looking. I also did something neat on, which one was it? I think it was the wheat farm. Those are just a stair. Yeah, the wheat farm has got the double trapdoor thing. That's kind of cool. Might be a little bit too thin. Yeah, we're working on a... we're calling it a church for the lack of a better term for it. I don't want it to be a church. I want it to be some sort of like religious place, but I don't want to reflect like a Catholic church. I want it to be a little bit more imaginative than that. But we have a build reference just for some inspiration, shapes and designs and basic proportions. But then I'm also tweaking the proportions to better match this square. It looks very plain and dirty. It will eventually have a cool cobblestone pattern in it, but this center line comes into the center of the square, and I wanted the church to be a big part of that. So that's kind of where we are now with this. And I need more rockets and more food before I do anything. Where am I looking? Food and... Sorry, sneeze snuck up on me. The Temple of the Sunflower, that's not a bad idea. It is a sunflower plains. This whole place is built in a sunflower plains. Like, we've ripped all the sunflowers down, but like this whole thing was a sunflower plains. Yeah, I'm not sure what you want to call it. The chapel, the House of Sun. I don't know. I feel like if I was going to go really cool and come up with some religion, then it would also need to be a different design, because the design people are just gonna look at it and go like it's a church. So for the lack of a better way, I'm just gonna call it a church for now. Oh right, I wanted to put a stair up there. Just right there. Yep, that's what it needed. All right, so I don't want to get too carried away with the outside. I want to make sure that the inside works. I like that space there. This is obviously not right here. And before we get too much farther, I guess we have to think about how these windows are going to look. I guess that looks okay. How do we want to do the inside of the windows, though? I guess we could remove that. That would mean we would have the opportunity to put in slabs. I like doing andesite slabs in windows because they kind of look like they're reflective. They have that kind of shiny texture to them. They give a nice little highlight. That's a nice big window. We won't be able to do glass if we do it that way unless we put the glass here. At which point I'm not going to want... Oh, that's the outside. Okay. That might not be cobble. So I think I'd rather the windows be like deep windows. We might even just go with open air slab stuff. That's where we can get some polished slabs maybe. Have like a polished andesite at the bottom. And then a shiny one on the top. Unless a whole block looks better. A little bit small. Thanks for the lurk, Owen. Appreciate it. And thank you, Shepard. All my villagers believe in the light, and the House of Praise is called the Building of Light. That's cool. I think it's important to have stuff like that. You know, it will inform the other designs, right? Like if you have a House of Light and like your villagers are sun worshippers or whatever, then you can have like each house would have some sort of little sun worship thing with it, you know, like some sort of design influence. The other thing we can remember too is that we can come in here and potentially use walls to give this a little bit more of a vibe, like an open vibe. That's possible as well. Oops. They don't attach, of course, but that's fine. Not sold on the cobble. I'm wondering if we are better off doing like a combination of cracked stone bricks and cobble. Like just throw cobble in certain places. Wow. Can't brace bricks to save my life. maybe we can squeak in a andesite or something. So I don't like the way that the walls connect, or don't connect, I guess I should say. That doesn't mean we can't use something like a set of stairs, though. And not my favorite. I feel like that might be okay. Unfortunately, it might look kind of small from inside. Not if we do that. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to put glass in here unless we do paint. And then we'd have to remove these. But it's possible, like we could probably... Let's just see, do I have glass? I've got glass somewhere. I keep on meaning to come up with a medieval texture pack for the glass, just for this particular area in the server for fun. I feel like it could be fun to do that. Glass is going to be in here, I think. Yep. Now, I don't remember what glass I used over at the other place. Probably cyan. Let's go check. Plus, gives you guys a chance to see the inside of the keep. Oh no, it looks like gray glass. Oh no, cyan. They're full blocks. Oh, light blue. Okay. Oh, light blue. Okay. How is this looking for scale? Still a little bit long. I wish I could shorten that up. I think I might bring this forward. That might affect... I wonder if I could just do 2 windows here. That might be what we have to do. Just have 2 windows and then have it expand. Anyway, glass. Yeah, iron. Yeah, like the iron. I can't remember what it's called. It's not stained glass, but like iron rod glass, or there's a specific name for it. Not remembering right now. I just want to see if window panes will look good. I wish we had other things. Oh, they have to be on the side. Wish we had other blocks in Minecraft that were like semi-transparent, you know? That doesn't look bad if we did something inside. It's not awful. Looks good from out here. And actually, if we did that, what did we get away with? Yeah, so full block might be too much. We can try it though. Sleep time. Well, thanks, Cosmic. Yeah, on one hand, it's sometimes I find it looks better to leave things plain, but other times it's good to just, I don't know. I mean, the left side looks nicer. I'm trying to have it be more of a rustic church. I don't want it to look like super... I like the light blue better than the cyan, so forget the color. And I think I like the pane better than I do the block. It's a cleaner look, but I think maybe we'll have more fun with the pane. I think for here we might have to do a full block though. Yeah. We'll have to do some sort of different texture thing there, but how if we get rid of this andesite thing? I just wish there was a way. Oh, what if we use a trapdoor? That's not bad. It looks like it's supporting the roof, kind of. I like that. We could also try a different type of trapdoor. We could try like a spruce trapdoor too. First Minecraft stream I've really been able to watch in a couple of weeks. You can really see the amazing progress. Well, thanks very much, Rebel. I appreciate that. Yeah, you've been mostly around for the Satisfactory streams too, which I appreciate. I'm happy to see the Minecraft fans sticking around for the Satisfactory streams. It's nice to see. It's fun to have the community kind of bleed over because the games are so different but so similar. You know, I think they scratch a lot of the same itches, especially if you like Redstone. If you like Redstone, I can see Satisfactory really being something that appeals. Yeah, before I get too carried away, I think we like this geometry. I don't know about textures and stuff, but for now, I think we're good with these shapes for the windows. We will leave the pillars to be something special. Don't know what that's going to be yet. So the side wall is going to look something like that. Again, we'll have some special things going on. Maybe we'll change these to something non-stone brick. Maybe these end up being like smooth stone or something. Not smooth stone, natural stone. So I think the next thing for me is just the width of the that first part of the church. So I still feel like this part is too long. I'd like to try and have these two sections be roughly an even size. If anything, I prefer this part to be smaller than the second section. Now the second section is still too tall. We have to reduce that. At least I think it's too tall. The break cometh, says Cosmic Dancer. You are correcteth on the breaketh, which we need to do. I don't know. We'll have to have a think about that. Anyway, if you're new to the channel, I do tend to take a break about once an hour. It is that time. I need to refresh my coffee, and I need to give myself a stretch. You should too. Get some snacks. It's Friday, and we'll be back in about 5 minutes or so. Back again. Time to sleep. Flashing Chimeras, hello. Welcome on in. Always good to see folks back. Let's see here. Huh! The House of Burning Skeletons. I will get all the thing. Oh, I got a bow. Don't need any of this stuff. Fine. All right. Now, I wanted to double check the roof again, didn't I? So we're probably going to pull this back to a... Oh, that is a 2 thick wall. Oh, but it goes out by 2 there, where I only had planned it to go out by 1. So this would actually be in here. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Take this down here. So this is definitely going to affect the tower placement. We'll have to fix that. So seeing as we're building from the front, I think what we'll do is make the changes to the roof here and then see where we want to pull it to, like how deep we want the front to be. I feel like, oh, we wanted to cut this back, didn't we? And by we, I mean me. Yeah, so I'm thinking about removing this window entirely and having this come out here at, I guess it would be this stage. So it's a full 2 blocks closer. Need some scaffolding in here. So that would mean that this would be 2 blocks shorter here, and that this would go up, I guess, a full block there. Now, does that change the proportions enough for me? Yeah, I feel like that's better. I don't think I want this section that big, but I feel like having this section short is going to help us. I don't want to make it any shorter because then there's just no point in having it there. Oh, that was close. Okay, so that means that we move this out here. That's going to change how we're going to plan this front section of the roof too. So now it's 1, 2, oh, what was that? Oh, there he is there. Aha. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is unfortunate. I'm not sure how we're going to break up this roof. We'll have to figure that out. I guess we could not bring it back bring it forward 2 blocks, but instead bring it forward by 1 block. That would give the roof a section of 9. Well, let's just think about this. If we had that's 9, and if I want at least two ribs of stone going up, it would have to be every 2, I guess. Or vice versa. We do 1 there, 1 there. That puts it out even over the structure. And then this is the overhang. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it would be 1, 2, 3. It was on this one, and 1, 2, 3 on that one. It might be better just to go ahead and do it up both windows, but we'll see. I feel like I'm going to focus on the proportions first, and then I can worry about the decoration stuff later. And we'll have to figure out how to handle this corner. Thanks for the lurking and the unlurking, folks. All the eyeballs are very much appreciated. How is this? Oh, that's the wrong thing. Goes here. Whoops. Right. So we're definitely taking down this other stuff. Might as well remove this. Is it me, or are you guys getting a bigger bass sound from the removal of... I'm not sure why today, but I feel like the removing of wood it feels just like a big like boom boom boom. I don't know why. It's weird. B Ramsey, hello. Good to see you. Whoops. No. Oh. We're gonna have to take down the stone too. So that is, this is incorrect as well. No more bassier. Maybe it's just my earbuds. It could also be my sinuses. I find that the crazy weather shifting around here lately has really made my head swimmy, if that makes any sense. Some days I feel like I'm underwater. It's unpleasant to say the least. So we're not going to keep it this length. I just want to sort of like look at it and say, yes, that is too long, and then figure out how much shorter we want it to be. How wide is this? We said 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if this was 8, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't think that's going to make sense because the inside is not going to look right if we do that. It would be nice to shorten it up, but that's the kind of thing we could shorten up the look of it from the outside by overlapping the tower and still have the inside be the right length, but then the outside could have the smaller look to it. So the thing that I think might help us in terms of making this be a smaller looking building is instead of having the church kind of like touch the back, not the church, instead of having the tower touch the back, I might actually bring the tower like and overlap it, I think. Hey, sweet Sandy. How's it going? Always find myself checking my headphones volume. Oh, you know what it is? I turned up my headphone volume because I have a hard issue with my new microphone. I can't use my keyboard to change the volume. I have to change it on the microphone now. And it's a little bit trickier, and I was thinking the other day that I felt like sounds were a little bit quiet. So again, I like these 5 spaces in between the pillars. I don't want to change that. So that might mean bringing the tower part inside a little bit. Although we don't really have the room to do that, do we? We might be stuck with that section being long. There might not be anything we can do about that. The only thing we can do is instead of having this be 8, we could have that be 9. So we could bump this back by a block. We can play with this section. And if we do that, we need to play with the windows. What did we do for the windows out here? The windows are in between the pillars. So pillar goes there. Window would be here. Window here. This would also probably not be there. We would very likely move this. Really cuts down the number of windows. I had a lot more windows in this thing. Surprisingly. Yeah, like we'd only have, I guess another window would be here. I mean, that's if we want a door here. If we don't want a door here, then we're fine. Same idea. We could just have a number of windows. So over here we do something. It does feel a little bit funny. Don't know. I guess it would make sense to have a door here. Maybe it shouldn't be as big. Maybe we should have like another window and then a door. But just have it be like a regular size door. So that there could be another window here. That might be better. Doop, doop, doop. No, that feels weird. Maybe we just don't want a door here. Maybe we just want windows the whole way along. Outside garden or maybe a graveyard? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But see, I was thinking the graveyard actually wouldn't actually be inside the town. I'm thinking it might be outside the town. Thinking about like where the graveyard is, where the tombs are in Lord of the Rings and the Two Towers. Like they're not in I'm blanking on the name of the city. Not Meadowsill, I don't think. It might be. Meadowsill might be the area. You know, Theoden's place. Because the graveyard's not in the town. Outside of it. Oh, I remember. I see what I've done wrong here. These need to be slabs. Rohan, thank you, Marcus. That's embarrassing. Negative 267 geek points for me. But yes, Rohan. I think I like the multiple windows over a door. It means the place is a death trap. Like there's no other door. I guess we could put a door out the back of this thing, maybe. I mean, we could also put a door over here, but that doesn't make any sense either. I think I like the multiple windows better. Minecraft is so chunky. By putting in a door there, you kind of like remove so much of the aesthetic. I don't think we probably can't get away with a corner window. We might be able to. Probably not. I think maybe what we have to do though is make it special. So I have the corner mimic the other corners. I'm gonna need you to return your membership to the Nerd Club. Yeah, I know. That was rough. I get it. We might, I think part of my issue is the actual foundation. I think these might look better. They were lower. Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure. I mean, this isn't all going to be this gross. We're going to have some plants or something here. And thanks, Marcus. I'm doing well. Thank you. Oi, 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 oi. Well, okay, window's good. Corner thing. We'll sort that out later. This is the kind of thing where we could get away with some walls, too. It might help make it feel a little bit more interesting inside. These might end up being actual logs. I think I want to try to keep them stone and have logs supporting the roof. So let's pop out and enter in. Enter in. I feel like I'm programming. And we'll punch in the rest of the roof. Goes up like this, and then on this side. It is going to be that. Streamer brain is real. Oh, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I've been streaming a lot this week, and I'm having fun. It's just that there are some times where, and you don't notice it until you actually start streaming, I don't think, where you kind of realize, you know, I'm going to play this video game tonight, and I'm not streaming, or I've already streamed, and I'm going to go and finish up what I started. Like last night, for example, I wanted to do some measuring and stuff in the Satisfactory build, and I logged in after dinner just to kind of take 30 minutes and kind of like walk around. And I was just like, I enjoyed the silence. Like I enjoyed playing the game without having to talk about it, which sounds funny, but like after talking all day, you're just like, yeah, I just want to play right now. Yeah, I think we might be stuck with the depth of this particular build. Okay, get rid of this. Hey, Pug, how's it going? Welcome in. Good to see you. Okay, let's go back up a bit. This is the tedium of building this kind of stuff in survival, is always having to like back up and look and see if we like it and all that kind of stuff. So again, I really wish I could make this section shorter. I'd like to bring this section up, but I really like the way that it feels inside. So I think I might let the inside of this dictate the outside a bit. I just like how grand it feels, you know, between here and the back wall, right? So we brought this up. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? So then this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'd have to cut it up to here, which really would, yeah, it would feel strange. I don't think it would make sense from the outside because this great big tower kind of has to stand on its own. If the tower was brought in, then this corner would be like right here, which doesn't make any sense. You can't have like half the tower supported by the roof, I don't feel. I feel like you'd have to have the tower kind of like in its own thing. Like if we look at the reference, it's obviously, the tower is very much on the back end of the whole thing, right? Now that's central. We moved ours off to the side. We might end up making ours bigger, but we'll see. I'm doing well, thank you. It's Friday, having a stream. Having some. I'm not sure what's happening with the stream actually. I had plans tonight, and well, I shouldn't say that. I have plans that are on shaky ground because of road conditions. We had a winter storm here, so if it changes, then I'll have a. I mean, I'm gonna have a fun night no matter what, but I would much prefer to hang out with Miss Snarky. But if we can't do that, we can't do that. Makes it very grand. Thanks, Cosmic. Whoops. I keep on using stones as scaffolding. I really should start doing some scaffolding things for roofs. Makes it a lot easier. So like I said, the one thing we could do is push this back by 1 block, which is an easy thing to shift afterwards. Like it would be just be a matter of knocking out this corner or something. I don't think it would be a difficult thing to do. Unlucky Chalk. How did the Spawn Chunk start? I had the idea to do a Minecraft podcast because I've been doing my other podcast, the Citadel Cafe, for 6 or 8 years. And I went looking for a Minecraft podcast, and the only one that I could find was back from 2015, and it was pretty vulgar. And I thought, well, that doesn't help the audience that Minecraft is really going to capture. So I was a fan of Johnny of Pixel Rivs, and I invited him on the Citadel Cafe just to talk about like Minecraft and streaming and other nerdy things like Star Wars and whatever. And he came back a second time. I think he came back when the movie Solo came out, the Disney movie, the Star Wars film. And when that came out, I also talked to him about doing the Spawn Chunks. And so it took a few months of planning, but then just later that summer, we started doing the Spawn Chunks. So that was it. It was just I saw a window in the Minecraft world for a podcast, and we started one. River, we're building a church, for the lack of a better description. You can see it better if I back up. We're deciding on proportions. We're moving the wireframe. I put the wireframe up last stream, but it or the last time we streamed from the server, and this wasn't the best. I think the tower just has to be fatter, which is fine. But I want to try and have these like little stone ridges. See them off in the distance there? I want to do that. Looks to me like there's 3 between each section, but then more towards the end. So we could put like 1, 2, 3. It makes the most sense to have them over the windows. I have one there. Maybe we don't have any in the front part. Maybe that's my mistake. Maybe we don't need them here. Maybe this is what we can use to help break up this section. And this section could have like one every other block. Or we could do just the middle 2. Like here and there. We'll probably just do the middle two. Yeah, I think that looks okay. Might be all the more reason if we do decide to knock this back by one block, it would make that a nice even like 3, 1, 3, 1, 3. That might be another reason to knock that back by a block. But I'm okay with that. I'm all right with that decision. Hey, thanks for the follow, River. Appreciate it. Glad you're enjoying the stream. Boop. Whoops. Miss Snarky, hello. How are you? I say that like I didn't just talk to you, an hour ago. Oh, hi. Nice. Okay, time to sleep. I did it again, Cosmic. I know, I caught myself. Yep. Nice shepherd. Yeah, that's going to bug me. I think we might end up chopping this edge off, but that's fine. It breaks it up nicely, which is cool. I'm okay with that. I want to get farther away. Rockets. I hate doing all this flying, but I don't have anything nearby in this direction that's tall. All the trees are like way over here. Guess we could maybe land on this one. Which is a giant tree, by the way. Like, this is massive. We are doing the roof floofing, as we often say. I'm just going to repeat the thing on the other side, I guess. I don't see anything wrong with this. We got lots of stairs. Just have to line this up. Whoops, not like that. Roof floof. Whenever I say roof floof, I think of some of the memes I see about dogs online with like the happy guy dance and the I have a stick. I feel like we need like a... Not that you're ever going to get me to sing on stream, but I feel like there needs to be like a roof floof song or something. Or at least some sort of like catchy, poetic, something that rhymes. Oops. Yep. Happy dog. Seen that one a lot. Happy guy, I think is what they say. Which is too bad because, I mean, I think obviously it needs to be adapted to, accommodate the lady dogs that are out there. River, I think it's I think there's a lot of things that are satisfying about watching somebody build. I find as an artist, I find it interesting to watch other people's creative process. Sometimes if I'm on the ball, I can also talk about what I'm thinking while I'm building in terms of like proportions and whatnot. I've done a little bit of that this stream, but like right now we're just filling in the roof. So like there's not a lot of not a lot of artistic thought going into this. I'm just basically repeating a pattern, so it's not the easiest thing to talk about. Like, I can talk until I'm blue in the face most days, but when it comes to like talking about digging a giant hole in Minecraft or placing down a lot of the same blocks in the same pattern, like I don't know what to say about it. Like, you just have to do it, you know? There's no way around it. Let's land here. Oh, that's not high enough. Go up here. Yep. I think that's good. I mean, you're not going to see it from this angle, but glad we made it smaller. I'm glad we made it smaller. He's not. Yep. Here comes the gang up between Cosmic and Miss Snarky. Saw that coming. It is part of my job. Whoops. And I apologize to no one. How did we do it over here? Did they go? Oh, there's a stone border on it. Interesting. I don't want to do that. We'll have to figure out a different way to do the edge of that. All right, well, I guess we just need to fill in the other parts. I might need more spruce. Oh, yeah. More logs. Thank goodness for this data pack. That might have been too many, but whatever. We'll need more cobblestone as well. Yeah, that's changed from accidentally throwing the rocket to just throwing one on the ground. Yeah, what that was is my zoom key for Optifine. This key is right next to the V key, and my V key is tossing an item. That's why I've got, because I kept on doing it by accident with the Q key, so I had to change it. But that's why that happens. Whenever I zoom in, I often hit the wrong key. Because I don't look at the keyboard, I just kind of like reach and pray I get the right one. That is not scaffolding. I don't think we're going to have the room to do these stone lines going up the roof in this section, but we'll see. I'm just going to fill the whole thing in first. I wish there was a fast way to do this. I do find like this aiming at the bottom corner of these stairs does get very repetitive. Come on. Beaky, isn't that a Pokemon character? Oh, maybe. I don't know. I don't know anything about Pokemon. Miss Snarky might know. But I'm not a Pokemon guy. I did really enjoy the Pokemon movie, the Detective Pikachu. The ending was not great. They didn't stick the landing, but the overall film was enjoyable and had a lot more subtle humor than I was expecting it to be. You know, I thought as a family movie, I thought it was just going to beat you over the head with, you know, slapstick jokes and really obvious nods and stuff like that. But, I mean, Ryan Reynolds is funny anyway. He voiced Pikachu, which I thought was hilarious. So we'll deal with that hole later once I know how we're going to swing this. Maybe thinking of EV, perhaps. I don't know. EV sounds familiar. And V key and EV do sound very much alike. Yeah, I can do it on the ground fast. right? But then when you're placing them like in the air like that with nothing to place them on, it's harder. Plus, I hate doing things twice. Like, I hate placing down a block incorrectly and then having to switch and mine it up and then place it again. And then, like, I find that tedious. I'd rather go slow once than repeat the task. So if we did anything, we would need to put the ridge here. If we knock this back, I think this will look better, but it doesn't really give us any extra opportunities to do extra ridges in the front. And I know I said that I wanted to keep this in here. I don't think I want to knock this down to just one. I feel like I want to keep this at the scale it is inside. So we might just have to deal with it as just like a big old plain roof, because there are lots of other things in here. Like, that is a big plain roof right there. So is this. Like, it's just, sometimes it's unavoidable. What if you outline the front section? Oh, you mean like we did over here? Like that? Have spruce on the bottom? That could actually help make it look less old. Or we could put a stone outline. That's something else you often see with these. It's like sometimes there's like a stone outline. What's the reference image look like? Not entirely sure. I like the idea of some of those. Unfortunately, we put these over the windows. It would have been maybe smarter to put them over the edges. We might still do that. We might still move it around. I'm just thinking that if we put them over the edge of the windows, then when it comes down to this particular spot right here, we could then have something that comes down like that. Like in a, I mean, we'd make it look nicer. But, I mean, that kind of a shape would be cool. Doesn't really cut too much of the light off in the window. It would add a lot of really cool details to the outside too. Ridge at the front, ridge at the back. Mm-hmm. Ridge at the back might help it look like it connects to the tower better too. Because the way that this would work is that there'd be one there. 1, 2, 3. There'd be one here. And then 1, 2, 3. There'd be one here. Right? Which would butt right up against the tower. Which could look cool. And we could do the same thing there, I guess. I liked what Cosmic did at some of her houses in Somerville, where she put in a couple of solid blocks. I don't have anything on me right now. Hold on. Because we could just, rather than having it be stone or anything that really distracts, we could just kind of change the shape of it a little bit. And I think what Cosmic did, she had like, remind me, Cosmic, I'm not sure if you had like a specific pattern that you followed, but I think you just put like the odd square in there, or did you follow up like a specific ridge or something? Gives it a little bit more life. No pattern, just random. Interesting. Okay. We'll consider that. I want to try this out here. See if I like the way that this looks. Whoops. Oh, that's hard on the eyes, man. 7, 8. Anybody else count when they build all the time? And I'm always counting. Ooh, I think I like that. I mean, obviously not that texture. We'll figure out something cool, but like that, I like that better than having it just stop. I prefer that. Counting with Joel. That needs to, maybe we need to make a command of that. Pretty funny. That makes this feel a little bit strange. We might have to go with slabs all the way along. Which is not my favorite. Unless we can come up with something, maybe reverse a stair. A little bit better. Do, do, do. That would mean that this would be same. And would just continue up there. I think there's something very similar on this. Oh no, it's the edge of the tower that I was thinking of. Which might play in nicely because I wanted to do these like little corner bits. And that technically would be, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then this would go like that. Which might look cool, might not. I don't know. We'd have to see how this goes. I'm liking this though. Liking the depth. And we could always use walls. So it's not like crazy deep. Like we could come in here like this. So that they're not like these giant 1 meter blocks. Just pull things back a little bit. Yeah, quite like. I know there's not a lot of that stuff, but there's a little bit. You can sort of see it in the, just to the left and the right of the door. You can sort of see what I'm going for. I'm kind of like making it my own, but. You count in other languages too? Wow. I barely speak English. Hey, Ravencraft. How's it going? Okay, so I like the ridges. I guess that means we leave that the way that it is. We have to do something with this, though. Well, that's going to be taller. We're going to do something with the ridge that it's not a flat surface there. We'll have to put like a stair or something there. Yeah, there's really not much I can think of that we can do out here. Okay, well, I think with those proportions, it's probably good now to start think about planning the inside once we remove and kind of like jiggle these things around a little bit. And I'm just gonna go get some stair blocks briefly. Oh, maybe I'm not. Breaketh number 2 is coming up, says Cosmic. Thank you, appreciate that. So yes, if you're new to the channel, I take a break about once an hour, give myself a stretch. My coffee needs a good zap. And yeah, So hang on to your butts, and we'll be back shortly. Let's hang out in here. Be right back. That was some weird music. Really weird music. Is there a bed in here? I think there's a bed upstairs. Bad noises? Oh, skeletons. Yeah, probably. The place is lit for mood, not lit for bad guys. There's always lots of mobs around. Usually hanging in door frames, like this guy. Everybody's on fire. Whoa! Speaking of the devil, that just... I think he broke my helmet. My gold helmet was on its last legs. Maybe he'll drop his. Aha! Yoink! I want it. Give it to me. It's about the same condition that mine was. It was a fair trade. Fair trade. Bones. That's not bones. Where's the bones? Cosmic bones? Hello? There we go. Grass. Coarse dirt. Eat hot pointy stick. Nice. Okay, next up, we had to, was it move the ridges? Did we do that? We have not. Okay. We'll chop these in. Never thought about what these would look like if they were too wide. I guess you'd have to be doing a really large build, but that'd be a good technique to remember for later. If we're ever building a really big castle or something, to have these ridges that go up the roof, you know, make them wider than just a single block. Could really break up the monotony of the fact that we don't have a lot of variety in roof textures. Oh, I guess we have to do the same thing over here. I want to try and get a little bit more of the inside done as well. Oh, that's wrong. I caught that. Do. Crazy thing is we might end up changing these textures, but I can't change the way that I do these builds. Like, I always seem to have to come up with a shape first and then come back in texture later, and if I'm trying to do both at the same time, it just ends up taking forever. And I'm just not down for that. This one might stay, might go. We'll see if we like to keep it around. And I guess we can get rid of these. I think that's how I did them over there. Looks like I put a solid block on the top. Yep. Cool. No, no do. Only boop. Nice. I see what you did there. Yeah, I think that works. Again, I'd like to do something here. I just don't know what it could be. Not sure. I mean, one, build a wall. Sure. That needs to happen. Yeah, I don't. These windows look cool and all, but like, feel like there needs to be something else here. I wonder if we could do that and that. Like have this kind of thing here, like kind of like what Miss Snarky said was like outlining the edge of them, only not do both edges, just do the one edge. Just do this back. That might help with the separation a little bit. First shape, later texture. Yeah, no, it speeds things up quite a bit, honestly. And I think I like this idea of the windows in between. I'm just not sure I like this section here. I wonder if we can actually just get away with that. That's actually not terrible. Yeah, okay. I'm in. Takes care of this whole problem as well that we would have to figure out. Unless we want this to be as big as those ones. Like, do we want this to have an end? I feel like that would make it even longer. Oh, that's interesting. I think the only way to do it is to do both sides, right? We'll do this side the way that we have it. And then we'll do the other side the other way. See which one we like. So then this side was just going to be straight up. This all the way down. Obviously, we'll fix the roof if we have to, but just realized I left a lot of this stuff lying around. Probably when I was on break. Whoops. So much for all the stairs. My bad. Yeah, so what I meant was this we'll call it a buttress because that's what it is. Oh, come on. So this one is the same depth as these, but it's up against this wall. And then the other one, so they're like here, the back roof. So the second roof, we'll call it the second roof. The second roof here is higher than the stone buttress. I feel like this other side is going to look better. Whereas the stone is in front of the stair. I feel like that's probably going to be the way that we go. Right? I think that looks better than this other side. Rosie, we have a couple of quality of life mods for performance issues, and I run a map, and that's it. Everything else is vanilla. Think like Vanilla Plus or like Hermitcraft, like that kind of idea. It's mostly vanilla gameplay. A couple of data packs. Yeah, I think I like the other side better. So this is side A. I'm thinking thumbs down. And then side B. I think Ravencraft is liking this better too. And again, it'll look nicer. Just in terms of the shape. The overall shape, I think that does work better. Side B, yeah. Yep. Yeah, so we run, well here, while we're waiting, I'll just show you. We've got Mambience, which adds ambient audio, although I haven't heard anything this stream. I'm not sure if it's working. We've got Optifine, just a lot of people run Optifine. Shulker Box Tooltip just lets me look inside Shulker boxes when they're in my inventory, and then the mini map and the world map. And really, I might even get rid of the mini map. I like the clock, but outside of that, I don't use the mini map that often. If I'm checking the shape of something, generally I switch to this so that we can look at the whole thing, right? Is it me or is this built wrong? How did I mess that up? I think we haven't finished the bottom of the roof. Yeah, we haven't finished the bottom of the roof. Okay. No, I hear them now. As soon as I said it, I realized that. I hadn't done anything. Okay, we'll go up here and add this back in. Oh no. Really? I only had one left. Darn it. Let's see here. Yes, so I think this is what we're going to do for that part. And then for this part, I think we can fit one right here, but it will be slightly smaller. And as such, we'll design it a little bit differently because it's not supporting the same style of roof. So we'll make this buttress just a little bit smaller when it comes down to it down here. This is the first time in a long time that it's rained in-game on me. Very seldom has it rained when we're streaming. Yes, yeah, there's crickets with the ambience pack. And that's what I mean, like it just adds ambient noise. It really doesn't do a lot. So you can see where we might even do something small like that for the front one. Although that looks kind of silly, maybe we'll do that. But so I'm happy with those decisions. Now what I'd like to do is make sure that we have the right inside decisions. So that's an outside block. Which means I'd like to try and cover these up inside as best I can. More than likely, we're going to need to go take a look at the way that we did the inside of the keep over here. Because I really like the way that the ceiling looks. It really came out nice. So we have... I believe those upside down stairs are covering up the blocks on the outside. And we left the straight stairs there. And then we just started doing horizontal logs with oak wood. And it looks like stripped spruce. Plus barrels. Oh, thanks, Ravencraft. I quite like this room, too. Actually, we can get a better look if we go up to the mezzanine here. Hold on. Or sort of. Maybe we can't. Yeah, that's totally the outside roof right there. So there is a ridge pole going down the middle. And that looks like it is probably... I can't see the other side of the roof here. Well, it's underneath the stair in the middle. So that's an easy thing to sort out. So we need to switch up and get some spruce and oak. I almost wish it was a thunderstorm so we could sleep it away, but it is kind of cool to have it actually raining, because again, like, I don't remember the last time. And yet when I'm like logged into the server doing all kinds of stuff, it'll like thunderstorm constantly when I'm trying to like test audio settings and stuff like that. It drives me crazy. We'll probably have something like this here. Now I want these pillars to connect to something. I don't think we're going to keep them as basalt. I think we might try to make them stone. So that means that this is probably going to have to be some sort of stone. I wonder what stone texture we could use. We might have to stay with basalt for this to look okay. Don't think I want to use blackstone, because they don't like it that much. Plus, black in a church type thing seems odd to me. But I can't think of another block outside of having a stone base and a wood pillar. I can't think of a different color stone. Probably want to have some of those in there. Yeah, everything is pretty medium gray, right? Yeah, smooth stone could work. That's not terrible. Grab some regular basalt. Oh, you know what I'm forgetting? Acacia logs. Might be okay. I think I might like the basalt. What was the other thing? Oh, blackstone. Again, probably not. Gotta remember, it's gonna be pretty dim in here. So no to the blackstone. I want to try something where we don't do stone the whole way up. So we might want to try some of these. I don't think granite would work. Don't think diorite's going to work. Oh, get rid of the blackstone. I think I can get rid of the regular basalt too. I need to grab some oak. So we could try just a straight up oak log with a stone base. I think I prefer that to the oak, which means maybe we'll do gray supports this whole way around, as long as we can cover them up. I wish we had planks that were this color. That would be nice. I guess we'll have to go with stone if we do that. Birding cats, hello. Welcome on in. Yeah, I forget that regular basalt is the thing too. I'm really torn between the basalt and the acacia. Guess I can sleep and get rid of the rain. Stripped logs. Unfortunately, none of the stripped logs are gray. We've done a lot of stripped spruce in places, which we could do as well. I want this to look old. The way that I've designed the city, or the way that I'm thinking about designing the city, is that this section back here is the oldest, and we haven't actually done anything back here yet. So all this here is the oldest parts here, and then this is the next part. So, and then this is the newer thing. So you saw the inside of the keep, and I preferred to keep the church older than that, so that's why I thought maybe the gray, like less new shiny logs. Why not? Although you're right, like some of the stuff, I mean, it won't be stripped oak. If we do stripped anything, it'll be stripped probably dark oak. Yeah, so I'm saying no to regular basalt and potentially dark oak here. Need to drop some stuff off. It's not bad. The nice thing about using something dark like basalt, though, is that we have an opportunity to change the width of something. If we want them to get thinner, which we may not want, it may not look the best. I was just thinking that, 40 Thieves. My brain was going straight there with you. They look funny when they connect. We'd have to do a different connection, maybe. That might be where like a horizontal log might come in. Right? So like at that junction, maybe that's where we have either more stripped basalt or potentially more acacia. Too many things. We get rid of that. Get rid of this. The only thing with acacia instead of oak and all these things is that if we wanted to use barrels to kind of add that level of detail, they don't match, right? So I think once we start to get next to the wood texture, like this looks okay down here, but once you start to get up next to the wood, this starts to really stand out as not wood. It looks more like mushroom or something. Whereas I feel like if we had this here, try this again. And then imagine like another support beam going that direction. Oops. Octavian has hosted with 55 viewers. Wow, thanks very much, Octavian. That's amazing. That has the vibe I want. We just have to do something with it to make it look a little bit less kind of stuck. Yeah, I don't like the walls. They are too thin. Who was it that suggested that? Or we were both thinking the same thing, but I think that's a no. I'm gonna try this, I guess. That does feel a little bit more rustic. It has a little bit more of like a Viking feel to it. Wonder what these look like if they had 2 bits of stone at the bottom. There is one other thing I can try, which is actually to get barrels, something else. We're working on a church, Octavian, in our medieval town. And thanks again for the host. I really appreciate it. Yoink. And I'm gonna have to put something away. Oh, I don't have any barrels anyway. I have to go make them. It's fine. What can I get out of my inventory here? Right. Barrels and barrels. Oh, I don't have a... Oh, darn it. Keep on forgetting that you need a full crafting bench for barrels. Hey, Johnny Stormcloud, how's it going? So the unfortunate thing with the barrels, if we use them, we're going to be using a brown wood on the inside, which I've been doing a lot. I was hoping to go with gray, but I don't know. Sometimes it might not look the best with the dark oak. It doesn't look terrible. Probably going to look better with either oak or strip spruce. Oak. Oh. Whoa, we might... Do we want to space these out differently? I never thought about that. Now that we've moved these things on the outside, it's going to make more sense to have the pillars in different positions. Whoops. Didn't think about that. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but it's a distance of 3 between them instead of 5. I like the 5. Oi. That's annoying. I mean, the good news is that means we can probably pull this. We put them there. Oh my gosh, we could chop a whole back section off if we really wanted to. This is where the second guessing comes in. And it's gonna make more sense. And I need oak. Yeah. Well, I like the stripped better than the bark, I think, if we're going to go with wood. So let's try a stripped spruce. Hey, the mighty Elkhorn is here. Hello, Elkhorn. Good to see you as always. But I think my issue with the acacia is that it doesn't look good with anything else, whereas this looks like it matches with that better. But we do have the ability to have spruce, which is too dark, but we could strip it. And even though this is going to look really good with the barrel, I feel like I still do like the dark oak better. And this is not going to be lit from above like the other one. This is going to be lit from down here with probably lanterns, or maybe we'll hang a lantern from the middle. That's probably what we'll end up doing. Speaking of the middle, probably strip dark oak. We'll need more of that. Data packs, gotta love them. I'm not sure why it gives me a new recipe every time I do that, though. Sleep here in a second so we can see what we're doing. Alright, so we know we're probably going to go with stripped dark oak. That's stripped spruce. Stripped dark oak. Oh. Probably this way. That. I don't know about the barrels. One option that we have, this has a little bit more a darker feel, would be to put cauldrons there, but then they look kind of strange because you can see through the middle of them. Nope. Just struggling with something cool and unique to have at the bottom. Yeah, I think I like dark oak better. Yeah, smooth stone isn't too bad. I mean, there's a lot of smooth stone in the walls just because that's what we've been using for scaffolding, but I think we're going to go... I guess we could keep the crossbeam as wood and then maybe switch out just this, which would, of course, require no barrel. It's not awful. I think the problem is that I wish the grain went the other way, but there's no pillar that does that. In stone, anyway. Not yet. There will be when deep slate arrives. But that's months and months and months away. mean, either way, realistically, the roof bits are going to be made out of wood, right? Like there's not going to be stone hovering in the air. So we are probably good to put in this kind of a thing here, and that we'll have that and that. And then very likely we'll just have to fill this in and have the stripped ridge pole along here. Yeah, I think that looks good. We might want to try either something to cover that up, or add another barrel. I feel like we might have to do something in this side there. Yeah, Deep Slate might, especially because there's different versions of it. You know, like you have different textures and it's directionally controlled. Like it could be good. If it looks like this, like if it doesn't go up this way and then sideways over here, then it could be good. I am kind of torn. I do kind of like the idea of having a different stone there. The only thing that we can work on, or work with, I should say, are trapdoors. I don't need this glass. I need like a spare shulker over here. We could do stuff like this too, which helps cover up the transition. Or actually, what am I talking about? That wouldn't be this would more than likely be just another log to there, right? Yeah, unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to switch these pillars to match what we've been doing. Bring them closer together. It's not the end of the world. I did like the original spacing, but inside it just wouldn't make sense to have these things not support unless I did every other pillar. So it would be only this one. Yeah, like I could remove this one and have, I guess, 7 in between. But that to me looks too far away. These would obviously be in the wrong spot. Plus, we're not doing this anymore here. Need to make sure we have torches in here, otherwise we can't see what's going on. I don't know what I like better. The stone or the wood. What do you folks think? Right, Cosmic? It's tough. It's a tough tough way to go. I think I like it because it's so different. I think that's the issue. Hmm. do a lot more with some stone. Yeah, I'm really not sure. Really not sure. Signs so you don't completely cover the chiseled stone? I never thought about signs. Can I make a sign in here? Yes. Oh, I didn't make it for those, I guess. Oops. I don't know why that would be there. It doesn't look terrible, but I don't know why. Anyway, I think it is time to wrap things up. Had a lot of decent decisions made. The next time we return to this, I'll make a call and we'll just fill in the rest. It's more than likely going to be the one on the left. But if you've enjoyed this, please leave a follow before you take off. You will get notified the next time that I go live. But a better way to get notifications is probably on Twitter, because Twitch can be twitchy sometimes and not notify you when things are going the way that you want. The other thing I want to point you towards is Patreon. If you go to patreon.com/JoelDuggan, you can help support these weekday streams. Helps me do things more often during the workday, which is great. And you can also listen to things that are free, like the Spawn Chunks and the Citadel Cafe. Both of those are podcasts that I do. One's about Minecraft, the other's about sci-fi and fantasy entertainment. Last one we talked about WandaVision on the Citadel Cafe, and Lush Caves, of course, on the Minecraft podcast on Spawn Chunks. So I will be back again tomorrow, Saturday, same usual time on my Saturday stream this weekend, which is 12 noon Atlantic time. That's ADT or UTC -3 for you folks that are around the world. That's going to be it for me. I'm going to try to pass you on to somebody else playing Minecraft, but we'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now. See you soon. Hey, let's raid Stenos. We haven't raided Stenos in a long time. Stenos does some amazing stuff. Everybody pile in, give Stenos my best, and enjoy the rest of your evening. You're welcome, herding cats. See you tomorrow.